Okay, let's get cozy and talk about this, because my heart is still recovering from the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Can we all just take a collective breath? The final credits rolled, the last notes of a perfect Taylor Swift song faded out, and we were left with that familiar, bittersweet ache of a story ending. We closed the chapter on another summer in Cousins Beach, another round of the soul-crushing, heart-fluttering love triangle between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah. For a moment, it felt like it was over. But then, a glimmer of hope. Jenny Han, our brilliant and beloved puppet master, announced that the story wasn't finished. There would be a movie. A whole entire movie to follow up the series finale. And just like that, the fandom absolutely exploded. It's me. I'm the fandom. My group chats lit up, social media went into a detective-level frenzy, and suddenly, we all had a new purpose, figuring out what comes next. The rumors started swirling almost immediately, a tantalizing whisper that the cast and crew were sitting on the biggest secret of all, a surprise movie release this December. But hold on, because the plot, as it always does in Belly's world, is thickening. What if Jenny is planning to give us a different kind of gift? What if we're getting a brand new The Summer I Turned Pretty book? Let's put on our detective hats and break down the evidence, because the clues are everywhere. True fans, the ones who re-watch episodes with a fine-tooth comb, started noticing a pattern in the final season. A recurring number kept popping up, so subtly you might have missed it if you blinked, the number 14. It was there on Conrad's airport gate, a silent beacon in a scene fraught with tension. It was stitched onto Belly's sweatshirt, a quiet detail carrying unknown weight. Most heartbreakingly, it was tied to the anniversary of Susanna's passing. These weren't just random numbers, this is a Jenny Han production. Nothing is accidental. Then came the final credits. Instead of the usual sun-drenched snapshots of summer at Cousins, we were treated to a montage of cozy Christmas photos. Snow falling, festive lights twinkling, our favorite characters wrapped in sweaters instead of swimsuits. In a show that is the absolute embodiment of summer, this sudden shift to a winter wonderland felt like a massive, intentional clue. So, what happens when you combine a mysterious, recurring number with a sudden Christmas theme? You get a theory that has taken over the internet: something is coming on December 14th. The clues align so perfectly it gives you goosebumps. And if you need one more piece of evidence to tip you over the edge, did you realize that 14 weeks from the date of the finale is Christmas Eve? The universe is screaming at us. As we were all circling December 14th on our calendars, Jenny Han herself threw a wrench in our carefully constructed theories. During an interview on The Today Show, she was asked directly about the movie's release date. With a knowing smile, she said it would be not next year, and she explicitly promised that it truly isn't arriving on Christmas Day 2025 either. Her words felt like a gentle splash of cold water, but true fans know how to read between the lines. She was specific. She didn't deny this year. She didn't deny December. But she did confirm one crucial thing: a draft of the movie script is finished. And this is where the new theory, the one that makes my heart beat even faster, was born. What if the reason she's being so coy about the movie is that the story it's based on doesn't exist yet? For us? What if that finished script is an adaptation of a fourth book that nobody has read before? Imagine it, a brand new novel, dropped into our laps as the ultimate surprise, allowing us to read the next chapter of Belly's story in Jenny's own beautiful words before we see it on screen. If this is true, if a new book is on the horizon, my mind immediately goes to the one part of the story we're all desperate to know more about: the missing years. At the end of the final book, We'll Always Have Summer, there's a massive time jump that left us all with so many questions. After the gut-wrenching decision to call off her wedding to Jeremiah, the story leaps forward. We find Belly at the end of her time studying abroad in Spain, and the next thing we know, she's 24 years old and marrying Conrad. We get to read the beautiful, heart-mending letters he wrote to her while she was away, and we see her eventual reply, but we don't get to live in that space with them. We missed the most important part of their reunion. What was that first conversation like after years of heartbreak and distance? How did they find their way back, step by tentative step? I want to read about the quiet moments, the late-night talks, the rediscovery of a love that was always meant to be. I want to see them heal, not just for themselves, but with each other. And what about after the wedding? The epilogue gives us a perfect, fleeting glimpse, but I want more. I want to see them building a life together, navigating the beautiful, messy reality of marriage. I want to see them host their own 4th of July at the cousins' beach house, filling it with a new generation of laughter. And I would bet every dollar I have that they had a daughter and named her Susanna. Just imagining Conrad holding a baby named after his mother is enough to bring tears to my eyes. It's the full circle moment their story, and Susanna's legacy, deserves. It's a book or a movie first. Jenny has all but confirmed we'll get to see the wedding we've dreamed of. I can say that there is another big milestone for Belly, she teased, so we'll continue with that journey. That one sentence is enough to keep us going. It's a promise that the story, our story, isn't over. The summer may have ended, but Belly's journey is continuing, and we get to go along with her. So, is it a surprise movie release? A secret 4th book? For now, all we can do is keep searching for clues, debating our theories, and waiting. But one thing is for sure, our endless summer with Belly Conklin has a few more seasons left in it.